I'm used to talking about spies from China, but Rippling just caught an alleged spy from their biggest competitor, Deel, today by using a honeypot. What tipped him off was this spy was working at Rippling and they were searching their internal systems for Deel on average of 23 times a day, every day for the last 4 months. Then, in the craziest move I've ever seen by a lawyer, they set up a honeypot to implicate Deal's most senior leadership in this whole scheme. This is nuts. We don't usually get a front row seat to an insider threat investigation like this, but Rippling is suing Deal, so we got the whole court affidavit. So Rippling suspected this spy based on his search history. So what they did was create a decoy Slack channel called D-Defectors. And then the general counsel of Rippling sent a letter to just 3 people at the leadership of Deel. They're chief revenue officer, their chairman of the board, and no one else knew about this letter or the Slack channel. Guess what happened within hours of sending that letter? The alleged spy started searching Slack for D-Defectors. Basically, they said, hey, this Slack channel is a bunch of your ex-employees talking about stuff that would be embarrassing to you. They sent it to the leadership. All of a sudden, the spy knew about it. Within hours, started searching in Slack for D-Defector, Defector, and then Matt Plank, who supposedly wrote that message. They had never searched for these words before. This channel was completely fake. There's no legitimate reason for this channel. It just caught him in 4K. Then a court-appointed solicitor showed up to Rippling's office in Dublin to serve them with papers, and this alleged spy locked themselves in the bathroom. They alleged that he was deleting evidence off of his phone. He was literally screaming through the door, I'm willing to take that risk of violating the court order when served with these legal papers. This is the CEO of Rippling tweeting this whole thing. So we get a front row seat to what seems like crazy evidence that Deel is committing corporate espionage. Rippling and Deel compete with people like Workday and Gusto and stuff like this. If I was any of these other companies in this space competing with Deel, and if I was on their security team, I'd be having a nice long chat right now to figure out if this was the only spy out there just working for Rippling. The guy apparently fled the premises after he locked himself in the bathroom that whole time. I've been part of a lot of insider threat investigations. You don't usually get this much of a play-by-play publicly. Insider threat is generally very embarrassing for the company, and they sweep it under the rug because they're like, oh crap, I hired this person. So kudos to Rippling's team for catching this and then talking about it so publicly. Absolute legend of general counsel to set up that honeypot to trap it in that way. Unbelievable. I do a longer deep dive over here, and I'm excited for the Netflix docuseries. Follow for more cybersecurity news.